So have you ever gotten your branding photos back from your session and then have no clue what to post? Well, I'm here to fix that today. Hi, friends. Welcome to the first episode of the Visibility Vault with Trina. I am Trina, a branding photographer in the Kansas City area and sort of Canva nerd. Um, so you get your photos taken, and now you're like, what do I post? Where do I post it? How do I post it? How do I design it? Well, we're going to fix that today, and I'm showing you how you can turn one photo into 5 Canva posts, and it's going to be super fast, easy, and on brand for you. This is the exact system that I teach my branding clients, and because your posts just shouldn't sit in a folder, unused and just gathering dust. That's not what you paid for. They should be working for you and getting you clients and getting you seen. This works for Instagram stories, LinkedIn. So let's get into it and start creating some posts. The first thing you're going to do is pick a photo, one where you look like a boss. You want a boss vibe. Preferably have room for text, but we can work around that. First, you're going to pick your photo, um, one that looks confident, connected. Um, Maybe bonus if there's horizontal with white on the side, but we don't necessarily need that because we can work around that. And if you've worked with me before, you have all of these things at your disposal. So let's pick a photo. I'm going to come over here to Canva, and this is in my uploads file right here. Hopefully you've put all of your photos into a folder on Canva. I'm going to click this one right here of the smiley client of mine. We are in a square format, which is where we're going to start today, in the square format. We're going to start with a graphic because that's a really good place to start. So we're going to go over here to design, and this is where we find our templates. I am using Canva Pro. If you're not using Canva Pro, you don't want anything with a little, it'll tell you it's a premium template, or let's search for realtor quote. Realtor quote. And it's going to know that you're already in squares. That's kind of one of the cool things about using Canva, is that it's very intuitive and there's a lot that you can do. Let's see if it lets me. Yeah, it's not letting me search and change by. Yeah. Let's go with, I think I like this one. This very first one. Let's start here. So this is our template. As you can see, we already lost our guy here. So let's bring this photo back in, and we're just going to slide it in over here. Most of the templates that you will use have a placeholder, so you can just slide them in, which makes it really easy to. Here, let's undo that, and so I can show you that part. We'll just start all over. Okay, so if we hit here and hit delete, it's going to say delete image or delete grid. If we delete the image, you can see the placeholder. So that makes it a little easier. So let's just slide that over, and there we go. There's our square. We can obviously change all of this stuff, put your website in here. But yeah, so we have our first post made. Yay. Okay, so post number 2 is going to be, let me check my notes here. We're going to work on carousel posts. Now, this is where Canva gets really crazy. This is where it gets extremely efficient for you to create your content. Okay, so we've got this highlighted. Let's go to resize up here in the top left. And you're going to type in, we're going to do a carousel post. So we want to do the 4x5 story. Instagram post 4x5. We're going to click on this. We have one size selected, and then we're just going to, well, before that, we need to duplicate it. Sorry, I forgot to duplicate. Click on the 3 dots down here and duplicate the page. Okay, now we can go back to resize. Sorry, guys. So we're going to type in Instagram post 4x5. You see here it says one size selected, all pages 2. You're going to click the drop down box and then click this all pages to drop down box. Unselect all pages and just click page 2. That's going to resize just the one page. Then you're going to resize the design. And just like magic, you're going to have a 4x5. It's adjusted everything. I usually have to go in and tweak this just a little bit because it's always just a little off. This one's not too bad for this template. But we might want to change this, to be honest. We might want to change all of this. So I'm not going to fuss with that. Let's go up to our design tab again. We're going to search for Instagram carousel right here. And these are some really good templates. These are all pro templates. Oh, actually, this one's not. Let me see if I can find one that's not a pro template. Canva Pro is awesome. It's only $12 a month, and it's totally worth it. And you can use it on your phone, and it works great on your phone. This is not a promo for Canva. They don't pay me for doing this, but I just love it so much. Let's see if we can do. Let's type in realtor and get more specific with a photo. And let's see. Time blocking for businesses. That might be a good one. Let's look at this one. So this one has 3 different styles, which might be nice. Let's go ahead and pop this one in just to be replace current page. I'm going to do that. We're going to have to grab our photo again. But before that, let's duplicate. We've got 1, 2, 3. Let's duplicate this page 3 more times. You can use Control D, or I think it's the Mac sign D on a Mac. I'm not sure. I don't use a Mac. Let's go back to our photo and drag that in. And there we go. There's our photo with our, there's some weird, okay, so this one has a weird vignette on it. I don't think we can move that down, or we could just delete it. But there's our first photo. Let's move this over here. Let's go back to our design. And we're just going to click on 1. We're going to click in 2. And we're going to click in 3. So there we have our carousel post. Boom, boom, boom. Put in your information, change it up, and make it your own. Done and done. Let's go back to our original post here. And we're going to want to do an Instagram story. So let's duplicate this again. Duplicate page, 3 dots. Go back to our search or resize. And we're going to type in Instagram story. It's already brought up because I use that a lot. Instagram story. Again, we have 6 pages now. So click here. All pages 6. Uncheck that. And then now we have a current page too, which is page 1. And then resize this design. This is going to give us Instagram story. Again, we're going to have to resize this, but let's, before we resize it, what I'm going to do first, something else you can do, highlight your photo and just hit copy before we change the template. That'll make it easier for you. Let's type in Instagram story realtor. So we have a lot of, this one's really good. Let's do this one. This will give us also, replace this current. This will give us also an opportunity to show you one more new thing. Then we're going to paste our photo that we copied before. There we are. So this one has a cutout. Let's get rid of her. Boom, she's gone. We want to put this photo, but you can see we have a background. Highlight your photo, go up here to background remover. And voila, there you go. No extra programs needed. Do it all on Canva. And this works so great on your phone, guys. Like, it's completely easy to use on your phone. And there we have a story. This one's a little busy. Let's see if we can find another one. Let's duplicate this page and see if we can find another one. Make sure you drop comments if you have any comments about what I'm doing here, so that I can answer your questions if you have any questions. Let's see. Do we have another? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, this one's kind of fun. Let's do this one. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to delete her off here. Let's delete image. We want both of those deleted. Okay, let's replace this page here. And here we have our lovely real estate lady. And then we're going to paste our photo back in. And we're going to remove. Now, you won't have to do this. I usually do this just because I want to make sure there's a frame there. So we deleted the image. You can see the frame. And then hopefully, why is that not working? Grid. Okay. That's why that didn't work. Okay, there we go. We can just pop that in. Now, if you want to make this image bigger, double click on it. Double click on the image. That's the shortcut. And then you can scroll out and make it so her face is a little bigger here. So we got there by double clicking on the image to bring up the crop. Or you could go to edit crop. That's the other way to do it. But okay, so that looks nice. Like, that would be a really nice Instagram story. Let's go ahead and duplicate this again and see. Let's do one more. I saw another one that I liked over here. Like, I thought this one was really nice. So let's go ahead and replace this. Replace current page. Again, we're going to have to go back to our uploads. Back to the uploads and drag and drop your photo over there. Yeah, I think that looks nice too. Like a little calling card, a little business card. Love it. Let's move on. We have made a carousel, an IG story, and a square post. Let's do a different platform. Let's go with LinkedIn, just so we can kind of see. It's going to be very similar to what we've already done. Duplicate page. Duplicating our page, going up to resize. LinkedIn. I'm going to do LinkedIn post. And then I'm going to, yeah, let's do LinkedIn post. We're going to go here to all pages, unselect, select current page, done, resize this design. Okay, so there's our LinkedIn post. It's a little similar to the Instagram post, but it is a little bigger. Let's see if we can find a design for this. So let's type in LinkedIn realtor or real estate, maybe. No, realtor. Realtor's going to give you more pictures, based pictures. Oh, here's another one of our lovely lady here. Okay, let's do this one. Place current page. Here again, we have a cutout. We're going to delete that. We're going to bring in our own photo. And we're going to hit background remover. And voila, there she is. Now, let's say that maybe you want her over here. Want her facing the other way. So we can highlight the image and come up here to flip horizontal. And now she's facing that way. And you can move her over here. But then you have to move all that text. So let's undo. Undo is your friend, just so you know. Yeah. So that is LinkedIn. And then our final post that we can do. What if you wanted a banner for like your blog or a blog post template. Let's copy our page again. Let's resize to blog banner. Okay, this one's going to be really, maybe blog graphic. Let's do blog graphic instead of blog banner. You can do blog banner, but it's going to be really long and it's going to take some effort. Do current page 2. Done. Resize. Okay, this is for the blog. Let's go back to design and see what we can find. Blog post. Let's go with this one. Okay, that's not too bad. If you have, hopefully you've got some candid shots of you in your brand element, just to keep it cohesive. But there we go. New blog post. And I would probably get rid of, I don't know what these elements are. There are a lot of elements over here too, since we're here and we're kind of looking at this. Let's go back. Go back. If you go up here to elements, you can find a whole bunch of craziness. I actually really like these shadows because I think they're kind of fun. You can also affect the transparency and turn it way down if you don't like all of the, you don't want to get it on our face. Sometimes use these to just add a little surprise element. That looks like bunny ears. It totally looks like bunny ears. I would probably get rid of, here, let's just get rid of all this. And the thing is that you're going to have to play with it. You can find templates. I encourage you to definitely make it your own. Like this one is really cool. I use this one a few times just to add a little surprise element somewhere at the top and then change the color to whatever color you want. Like you can make it any color you want. I like that rose goldy color. You can also take down the transparency to make it a little bit more subtle. You can add multiple. You could add 2 of those, like one here and one over here. But yeah, there's a lot of these, and most of these are not in the Pro. They're just templates that you can use. Like I would probably I like these little highlights, these little shadow boxes as well, because I think they look kind of cool. Yeah, but that's just moving things around and kind of figuring out what you can actually do. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is that we're going to talk about how to make these dynamic. Because one thing that I like about Canva is the ability to take these images and make them into little MP4s that you can post in stories or reels, even if you wanted to. Canva is really great for making reels, and we might have to do a whole video on that. So you click on animate up here at the top. It's going to bring you to the animation, animate the entire design, simple, easy, kind of scrolling up. Tons of different options for you to choose from. These just make your stories more dynamic. And you could actually put 4 of these together like our carousel post, and you could make like a reel. If you put them in, say we resize this, we could easily turn this into, like, say this was the first block of your carousel post. What if you made it a video with a little music so it's more dynamic before we get into the static images, right? I mean, that would be kind of cool. So stick with your brand fonts, your brand colors. Make sure that have all those things ready with your hex codes and fonts that you like to use. Canva does a good job of remembering kind of what you like as far as your designs go. And then you just keep creating. So I hope that all of this was very helpful to you today. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be doing this once a week. Hopefully I get better at presenting the information. I'm a little rusty, but we'll get there. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one.